What's going
on? Welcome back to another episode of Normal Guys Talk Sports. It's about 2:30 on a Tuesday, January 10th night. What's today? January 10th. How you doing, sir?
I'm cool, man.
Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you setting all the stuff up. I'll just be here talking about jive. Man, how you doing, man? How's your weekend?
Weekend was cool, man. The new year is off and running.
Off and running, right?
Probably had a little time to catch some games this weekend. Most
definitely.
It's been a good week, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's recap the weekend intro. Shout out to the MF and homie, New Orleans finest, Jason MF and Mitchell.
Oh yeah, happy birthday!
Happy birthday! We did it live and direct. We could pull up the man. It was one of the better outings that I've experienced in a while. With Jason, you're always gonna have a good time. Jason is the homie. Proud to call him my friend. He's a lot of things, man. So shout out to Jason, man, for sure. We had a good. Where was we at? Was it a place? Or no, you were there. You weren't there.
Past my bedtime.
That's where you weren't even there. I'm talking shit like you were there. You
past my bedtime,
there, bro. Damn it.
Past my bedtime.
It was Rockwood. What do you call it?
I think it's called Rockwood.
And they got the 2 levels, and you go up the stairs.
I don't think I've been there, but
okay. I don't recall ever being there. Like I said, good time. You know, a lot of Never Satisfied was in the building. You know, who I seen in the mid? Deontay Color. Shout out to Deontay Color. Chris. Yeah. Chevy Chris,
Big Chevy.
Who else? Rico. I hate on forgetting people. You know, I'm bad. You know, put me on. But yeah, shout out to everybody there. Shout out to everybody, man. And then shout out to everyone's that's having a birthday in the month of January. We got a few birthdays coming up. Double R's birthday is coming up. Yeah, shout out Double R.
Shout out to Radio.
Yeah,
is coming soon.
Yeah, hold on. Who else was there?
Who else is in there?
Who else is there? Corey. Shout out to Mr. Corey.
Shout out to Corey.
You know, Corey's always holding it down. Like half the people I didn't know keep 1,000. Just there in the section. You know what I mean? Half the people I don't know. You know what I mean?
A lot of people love Jason. Shout out to Jason.
Yeah, I had a drink. You know, Lardy. Oh, how did I forget? Lardy and her cousin. You know, Lardy made a little, Lardy cameo. I had to help Lardy get in. You know, shout out to Lardy, of course. Double R, of course, CEO. Who else? Ghost
shout
is there.
Ghost.
Donnie.
Love Donnie.
Yeah. If I didn't forget you, but yeah, it was good. Yeah, I can't say enough. It was good time, good weekend for sure. So that's that. What happened? Shout out to the TSU Horned Frogs for making the national championship.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
And shout out to Mattress Mac. And
you said what?
Mattress Mac, bro. I think he put $3 million on the game. 1.5 or 3 million, one or two, something like that. You know, he do it.
Jesus.
But Georgia. And then shout out to Georgia. Hats off to Georgia for winning the championship. Their quarterback, I don't know too much about him yet, but he is like older than 5 of the quarterbacks in the playoffs right now.
Damn.
I want to say it's because COVID effect. Because you're college players, you lose a year, so he just gave you another year.
Yeah.
So I think he's older.
A lot of them probably upset about that though, man.
So that's
trying to get to that money.
And I kind of read up on him. He's the 4th something the Georgia quarterback. I don't know. I was just kind of reading about it today. Just kind of give everybody some.
But shout out to
inside information on the game. But
everybody out there in Fort Worth.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in Fort Worth. Yeah, we love Fort Worth here. Yeah, I love Fort Worth. Fort Worth is no doubt. Dallas, Fort Worth. It's mirror cities, twin cities, sister cities, if you will, from ones that aren't familiar with Texas. So you got the airport in the middle, and on the right side is Dallas, and on the left side is Fort Worth. Shout out to everybody in Fort Worth, funky town. I've spent some man hours out there in my day, driving. So that's
But shout out to everybody who had a birthday.
Shout out to everyone who has a birthday. Everyone's about to have a birthday. So what's Aquarius is about to be Aquarius. So this what Capricorn? Is that right? My bad.
I don't keep up.
I know what my shit is.
I just know what mine's is.
I know what mine's is, right? I know what mine's is.
You coming up
Aquarius
yeah,
season.
yeah.
But January's, I think it's Capricorn. Turning into Aquarius. Someone could confirm that. That'd be nice. Or so I don't have to look it up. But no, man. Shout out to everybody. Like I said, what's going on?
Troy Grant's getting us started off early.
Hey, Troy, like we could put on some boxing gloves, bro. You're not gonna start the show talk about the Kings suck. Kings are still the best team in California. I love you, sir. You're a great young man. You know, I'd be, all that. I rock with you the long way, but come on, like chill, bro. Like don't give me bro. Like I'm at my blood pressure is like cool right now. Don't raise my blood pressure first 5-10 minutes of the show. At least wait like halfway through. Shout out to Troy Grant. When you go come on the show, you could video in if you ain't clocked in somewhere. I'm gonna start talking stuff to you. You could either call in with your video chat. You could come right here, sit next to me. I could pick you up, whatever you need, Troy Grant. I'm here to accommodate you and help you in every way possible until you sell a million records. Shout out to Troy Grant. We love Troy Grant.
Yeah, we.
I need my Troy Grant t-shirt. What I told you that a year or two ago. Where are the Troy Grant t-shirts, sir?
Shout out to Troy.
Shout out to Troy. Moving forward before you get me going, bro. Shout out to me going. Shit. Talking about the Kings suck.
T Grizzle.
We're going to the playoffs. All right. So we're gonna start the NBA. Here we go. We get this going. We getting this going. Let's get the games up. Let's get the games up. We're gonna recap the past week. And you know how we do it, and then we'll talk about the standings, and we got some NBA news I want to touch on. So if you want to pull that up, here we go. Today is the 10th, so we're going to start last week.
Shout out to Troy Grant.
Shout out to Troy Grant for sure. He ain't me.
Ain't me.
He ain't me, man. He ain't me. All platforms, YouTube, shot by Matt, guest star Ed. He ain't me. Troy Grant. Pull it up. Run it up. So
we got Tuesday, January 3rd.
Tuesday, January 3rd. Okay, here we go. Okay, we had 3 games Tuesday, January 3rd. We had Washington at Milwaukee. Milwaukee with the W, 123-113. Giannis with 55 points. Shout out to Giannis. Boston at Oklahoma. Oklahoma 150. This was a surprise game without their best player, but they got a lot of studs on their team that no one knows. A lot of young high draft picks putting up a lot of points.
They drop $150.
Right. You dropped $150 without their best player.
Yeah.
Right. So, and they beat the Celtics. Right. So never underestimate your opponent.
$150.
And then we had exciting game. Of course, you had Sacramento at Utah. Sacramento with the W, 117-115. De'Aaron Fox at 37 points. Next day, we have Wednesday, January 4th. We have at least 10 games. We have Memphis at Charlotte. Memphis 131 to Charlotte's 107. Ja Morant and LaMelo Ball both with 23 points. We have Phoenix at Cleveland. Low scoring game. Cleveland 90, Phoenix 88. They got problems at Phoenix for sure. They're on a 6-game losing streak. More on Phoenix later. Phoenix is in trouble. Oklahoma at Orlando. Orlando with the W, 126-115. We have Indiana at Philly. Philly 129 to Indiana's 126 in overtime. James Harden 26 points, and Sacramento's most hated Buddy Hield with 24 points. We have San Antonio at New York. New York with the W. New York still putting up W's. 117 to San Antonio's 114. Dallas's biggest mistake, Jalen Brunson with 38 points. Moving forward. Milwaukee at Toronto. Milwaukee 104 to Toronto's 101 in the overtime W. We have Brooklyn at Chicago. Chicago with the win, surprisingly, 121 and Brooklyn's 112. Durant had 44 in that game. We have Portland at Minnesota. Minnesota 113 to Portland's 106. Houston at New Orleans. New Orleans 119 to Houston's 108. We have Detroit at Golden State. Detroit, oh my God. pissed me off. The time I bet on the Warriors, I lose some money, bro.
Dang.
Right. Detroit, one of the worst teams in the NBA right now at Golden State. Detroit with the W, 122 to 119. They hit a number 41 Bay. It was tied. He hit a game-winning shot at the buzzer.
Damn.
Right. And I had them in a little parlay, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a lock, right? Oh yeah, that's Golden State, right? That's a lock, right? And I bet on these fools and I lost. Never again. Never again, right? Moving forward. Miami, the Lakers 112 to Miami's 109. And Atlanta, damn it, yeah, and Atlanta at a sack 120 and 117, man. Right, moving forward. Thursday, January 5th, we have Memphis at Orlando. Memphis 123 to Orlando's 115. We have Boston at Dallas. Boston 124 to Dallas is 95. We have Utah at Houston. Utah with a W, 131 to Houston's 114. And the Clippers at Denver, 122 to the Clippers 91. Dang it. We have Friday, January 6th, at least about 10 games here. We have Portland at Indiana. Indiana's 108 to Portland's 99. We have Chicago at Philadelphia. Chicago's 126 to Philadelphia's 112. Zach LaVine, 41 points. More on him later. We have New York at Toronto. New York 112 to Toronto's 108. We have Brooklyn at New Orleans. Brooklyn 108 to New Orleans 102. Charlotte at Milwaukee. Charlotte with the win, 138 to Milwaukee's 109. Washington at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City 127 to Washington's 110. Detroit at San Antonio. San Antonio with the win, 121 to Detroit's 109. We have the Clippers at Minnesota, 128 to the Clippers, 115. We have Cleveland at Denver. Denver with the win, 121 to Cleveland's 108. Miami at Phoenix. Miami 104 to Phoenix's 96. Victor Oladipo. Shout out to Victor Oladipo. Never sat a friend of the studio. The high score with 26 points. I'm manifesting that we're going to have Victor Oladipo on the show. Okay. I feel if we have a chance at any NBA player, respectfully, currently, I think it'd be a little easier to get old school. I think it'd be a little bit easier to get like a retired NBA player. Yeah. I think it'd be a little bit easier. Yeah. But to get a current NBA player, the reach that we have here at Never Satisfied, and shout out to CEO and all that.
Victor Oladipo.
Double R, CEO is friends with Victor Oladipo's manager. Victor Oladipo's been to the studio.
Okay.
Right. Were you here?
I wasn't, but I know.
I was here with Victor Oladipo, and he was singing his songs. Shout out to Victor Oladipo. He get millions. Yeah, he can sing. He can sing legit. Like I'm not just saying that. He can sing.
Talented guy.
Yeah, talented guy. I'm over here jiving about Victor Oladipo. Don't lost my spot. All right, no. Okay, and Atlanta at the Lakers. The Lakers 130 to Atlanta's 114. We have Saturday, January 7th, Boston at San Antonio. Boston's 121 to San Antonio's 116. We have Utah at Chicago. Chicago goes 126 to Utah's 118. We have New Orleans at Dallas. Dallas 127 to New Orleans 117. Orlando at Golden State. Orlando 115 to Golden State's 101. And the Lake. Oh, god dang it. I watched this game too.
Dang.
I watched this game too. There's the rest. Oh my god. The Lakers. You're right. The Lakers at the Kings. 136 to the Kings 134. A lot of high scoring. Yeah, LeBron 37 points. And the Fox had 34 points. The Lakers had like 4 plays with at least 20 points, and 2 of them like you've never heard, or no, one of them you've never heard of for sure. Thomas Bryant, he's their center, one of their centers. He was on the Kings last year. We let him walk. We didn't have the cap to sign him. He signs the Lakers, and he was the difference maker against us. Outside LeBron, of course, and Westbrook, of course. He was the difference maker. So shout out to Thomas Bryant, former Sacramento King, currently on the Lakers, fighting for a contract for next year.
I feel it.
Sunday, January 8th, we have Philadelphia at Detroit. Philadelphia 123 to Detroit's 111. We have the Portland Trailblazers at Toronto. Toronto's 117 and Portland's 105. We have Charlotte at Indiana. Indiana 116, Charlotte's 111. I look for Indiana to be in the playoffs and Tyrese Halliburton to be an all-star for sure. First time all-star. We have Brooklyn at Miami. Brooklyn 102 to Miami's 101. Kyrie Irving 29 points. Shout out Kyrie.
They're still rolling.
Right. We have Utah at Memphis. Memphis 123 to Utah's 118. We have Minnesota at Houston. Minnesota 104 to Houston's 96. We have Dallas at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City 120 to Dallas is 109. Cleveland at Phoenix. Cleveland 112 to Phoenix is 98. Like I said, Phoenix is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. And we have Atlanta at the Clippers. Atlanta 112 to the Clippers 108. And to sum it all up, Monday, January 9th, which was yesterday because today is Tuesday, we have New Orleans at Washington. New Orleans 132 to Washington's 112. We have Chicago at Boston. Boston 107 to Chicago's 99. We have Milwaukee at New York. Milwaukee 111 and New York's 107. We have San Antonio at Memphis. Memphis 121 to San Antonio's 113. We have the Lakers at Denver. Denver 122 to the Lakers 109. And last but not MF and least, the Orlando Magic. Shout out to the Magic. I've been to a Magic game before in life, one upon a time. Shout out to the Magic. Orlando, or they didn't have the Magic tonight because Orlando was at Sacramento. Sacramento with the W 136 to Orlando's 111. Watched it. Harrison Barnes had his breakout game. He's been struggling this season a little bit, but he was the high man with 30 points. Hashtag light the beam. And I will be on the special announcement. The Mavericks are visiting the Kings on the 10th and the 11th.
Okay.
I already got tickets to both games.
February.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be in Sacramento, California. Shout out to Sacramento, California, and everybody I know. Shout out to 916. Everybody I know. Shoot. And then and then the Super Bowl is my birthday, the February 12th. So
where's the Super Bowl at this year?
Phoenix. So the 49ers playing somebody.
We'll see what happens.
All right, we'll get to that later. Okay, so basketball. Okay, so and again, Orlando at like I said, Sacramento 136. So Sacramento is rolling. So we'll go to the standings. Here we go. Starting with the Eastern Conference, we have the Boston Celtics in the first seed with 29 wins and 12 losses. We have Brooklyn at the second seed, 27 to 13. Their last 10 games, they're 9-1. They were on a 12-game winning streak. And unfortunate news, Kevin Durant just sprained his MCL.
That sucks.
He's had injuries, or he's had issues with that before. They were rolling. Kevin Durant should be top 3, top 5 candidate for MVP. Period. Because everything they've gone through, and Kyrie in and out the lineup and this and that, and he's kept them afloat, and everyone counted out and this and that, and they're in second place.
Expected to miss a whole month.
Right. So get well soon, Kevin Durant. He should be an MVP candidate. We'll look at that later, but he should be up there. He should be high up there, in my opinion. Milwaukee in third place at 26 and 14. We got Cleveland at 26 and 19. 26 and 15. We have Philadelphia at 24 and 15 at 5th seed. Pause. I feel one of the 5 seeds, those that realistically, one of those 5 teams are going to get out the East. Like, I don't see anyone else. 6 and below, no chance.
6 and below,
no chance of going to the finals. No chance at this point, unless if some major trades are made. The teams to look for to come out the East is those 5 teams I just said: Boston, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Philadelphia. 6 on down, no chance to make the finals this year unless a major trade is made. Moving forward, shout out to the Pacers overachieving with Tyrese Halliburton. No one expected the Pacers to be relevant.
I feel like they might upset somebody though in the playoffs.
Who?
Pacers.
Depends on who they play. They're still in the middle of their retooling, rebuilding situation. It's Tyrese and everyone else can get traded outside their young players. So they're at 6th place, 23rd and 18. We got the New York Knicks, 22 and 19. They signed Jalen Brunson to a $100 million contract. Ooh. He was the second best player on the Mavericks during their run last year. The Mavericks didn't even, there was tampering charges, but the Mavericks weren't going to pay him $100 million. And the Knicks allegedly tampered with him. It's like, hey, come to New York, we're going to pay you $100 million. And he went, and he's over here putting up 30 and 40 pieces like a lot. You know, him and Julius Randle.
Sound like it's worth the money then.
He's worth the money, right? And there we go, moving forward. So and then we have Miami at 21-20, barely over 500, 8th place. Like I said, they may have to make a move or two. They made the finals, but a couple years ago in the bubble, but they gotta get deeper, you know, to compete with all these top teams. Atlanta at 19-21, look for them to make some moves.
Trae Young
is like you better give up some picks and somebody all-star equivalent to get a Trae Young. So I see them trading everyone else before Trae Young, but hey, who knows? You got Chicago at 19th and 22 at 10th place, and that finishes the playoff play-in seeding. So if the playoffs play-in started today, all those teams make the playoffs and play in. And I saw reports. We got the trade deadline coming up right within a month, and Chicago is probably the biggest team to look for because they have a lot of valuable assets. And that's probably the biggest domino to drop is the Bulls. Zach LaVine would take a lot to trade, but DeRozan I see being available, and their center, which is he made the All-Star team a few teams. He used to be on the Magic, but they gave up a lot to build their current their roster. And they were expected to be better in 10th place for sure. Well, at least they wanted to be better, but they may have to blow that up because what's the point of being 10th place and losing the first round?
Yep.
Right. So on the outside looking in, Toronto, we got 17-23. That's another team that can make a trade or two at the deadline. We got Washington. That's another team, 17-24. Bradley Beal, it's going to take half the franchise. So I don't know if anyone's gearing up to do that yet. We got 13th Orlando at 15-26, and we got Charlotte at 11 and 30th, and we got Detroit at 11 and 32. Oof. Right. Moving forward, we got the Western Conference. We got Denver, top seed, 27-13, with arguably the two-time MVP. He's going for a third one, Jokic. He's over here putting up triple doubles with 40 points and 20 rebounds.
Damn.
Right, so that's it's him, and then there's everybody else. No disrespect to everybody else.
So that's your front runner for MVP.
I would love to see. I'd like Embiid more, but Embiid is not as durable. I like Embiid more, but if you have the first seed in the conference, and Embiid they were like neck and neck, and someone argued Embiid could have won it last year.
Right.
I was rooting for Embiid because Joker had it the year before. I don't necessarily root for the Sixers. Embiid's not necessarily one of my favorite players, but I thought Embiid deserved it, but we'll see. We'll see. So we got Memphis 27-13 tied with first place. Like I said, John Morant. I mean, if they keep it up, John Morant should be in that conversation for sure. We got New Orleans in third place at 25-16. We got Dallas finding their stride. They were kind of a few seats below that. They're finding their stride just a little bit. Let's take it easy. They might still trade Christian Wood. Take it easy. So they're 23-18. We got the Kings. The Kings at fifth place, 21-18. Best team in California. I've been all year long. Best team in California. Sacramento Kings are the best NBA team in California today. Thank you. So the Kings are 21-18, and then we have the Clippers right below them, 21-21. In sixth place, it's 500.
Warriors.
Shout out to the Clippers. Shout out to the Clippers. Tyronn Lue is one of the better coaches. Kawhi needs to prove why he's still considered one of the best. I still believe Kawhi Leonard is still a top 5 player in the NBA. Moving forward. Stay healthy, sir. Get your team to the finals. They still are my sleeper to get to the finals. The Clippers. Shout out to the Clippers. My second favorite team. We have Golden State. At 500, 20-20. They're finding a little bit of their stride. I think Curry's out still for a little bit. Klay Thompson is proving he can still play basketball here and there. He's put us up 50 pieces here and there, but you can't expect Klay Thompson to carry your team night in and night out with Steph Curry out. They got to figure something else out. Is Draymond Green's days numbered? Do they make a major move at the deadline? Maybe. Phoenix is in 8th place at 20-21. Real quick on Phoenix. Seen reports on Phoenix. They're on a 6-game losing streak.
Breaking the whole thing up.
They're on a 6-game losing streak. Devin Booker's out for another 3 weeks. Chris Paul just got hurt. And you got DeAndre Ayton, and he doesn't even want to be there. He's putting up big numbers. He signed an offer sheet to Indiana. He almost went to Indiana. And then Phoenix matched it. And he stayed because Phoenix wasn't going to let him walk for nothing. Right. If Phoenix was going to let him go, they were going to get some value assets back.
Need them picks.
So Phoenix is a team to watch for. And hey, this might be the Chris Paul, Kanye West effect. Who knows?
The Chris Paul, Kanye West effect.
What did Kanye West say about Chris Paul, sir?
Stop touching my wife.
Shout out to Dallas politicians that we used to work with. Yikes, that was some days, bro. Those some gangster days.
I have a comment to say, but that's for another podcast.
That's for another podcast. Right. Those are some days, bro. Shout out to that. Okay, so yes, Phoenix, man. Phoenix may be falling apart, but you got Chris Paul. He's got his old coach, Monty Williams. They were together in New Orleans, but again, you got Booker out the lineup, Paul out the lineup. These losses might continue to build up. We got the trade deadline within a month. Phoenix is the team to watch out for.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We got Minnesota at 2021. They're starting to get a little bit together. 2021. I don't know if Karl-Anthony Towns is still out the lineup. They are on a 4-game winning streak, and last 10 games is 4-6. So there was a.
I don't know who that is.
Well, okay, who's that talking? While we do the show. All right, so we got so Minnesota on a 4-game winning streak. They was just on a 6-game losing streak before that because the last 10 was 4-6. But look for them to make a move or two. I think D'Angelo Russell should be out the door. They can't trade Gobert because they gave up so much to get him. Karl-Anthony Towns is their franchise, their guy until further notice. And Anthony Edwards is a young stud. They got some pieces to be a deep, great playoff team. Maybe this isn't just their year. Hold on to these pieces. Let's see what's going on next year. Minnesota has a lot of potential moving forward, but not this year. Portland, 19-20. So that's they close off the playoff play-in tournament. Look, shout out to Damian Lillard. He's looking like next Iverson.
Damn.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Loyal, Kevin Garnett before he got to the Celtics. Like we understand the loyalty. We love the loyalty. Sir, but Portland ain't it. So yeah, but and on the outside looking in, we got Utah Jazz. Shout out my Filipino cousin. Look for the Jazz. They got the All-Star game in Utah.
I heard that.
So they may want to send an All-Star. So they may keep the team a little bit, but they may keep it together. They may break it up. They should break it up. So they're 20-23. Shout out to my Filipino cousin. We got the Lakers at 19-22. At 12th place. Like I said, still a game back. So the Lakers aren't out of it. I'll never count the Lakers out of it. But even LeBron said, you see what LeBron said recently? Just something along the lines, y'all know the F going on or F to do. Like I said, if the Lakers don't make major moves,
he's gonna be ready to go.
I saw reports that some GMs are expecting him to make a trade request. That will break the internet. We will if that comes out, me and Matt will come here and we will report live on that. If LeBron James requests a trade,
I don't think so, though.
I don't think so, but what are the Vegas odds of the Lakers making a move while they're sitting at 12th place with the trade deadline within a month away? They're a game back. They don't get their draft pick this year, so they have no incentive to have a losing season. They have to win. So shout out to the Lakers. They put themselves in this spot. So it's up to them to get themselves out. Right. Or LeBron's on the way out. Sheesh. Oklahoma at 13th place, 18-22. San Antonio, 13th-28. And to close that out, we got Houston 10th and 30th. So that was that.
Damn.
So that's the standings. But yeah, the
Rockets.
I think it's going to be a busy deadline. It's gonna be busy
I
deadline.
think obviously the NFL season is wrapping up, so all eyes will be on the NBA here shortly.
Shortly,
This
yeah. Once after the Super
game
Bowl,
in this game in Utah is going to be pretty lit, from what I've heard. It's an All-Star game.
All-Star game in Utah's gonna be lit.
That's what I've heard.
Who told you? Who the hell told you that? Who the hell's
Hey.
been there? You know, and told you that.
The IG models already got their bags packed, man.
Oh, of course, bro. Of course, Matt got cameras is privy to a lot of things going on in the communities.
But yeah, decent week in the NBA.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, so that sums up. Time check.
We are 30 minutes in.
30 minutes in. That's about right. So yeah, shout out to the NBA this week, and once again, moving forward, we got a lot of football to talk about.
This is the last week of the NFL season.
Last week of the NFL season. This was week 18. Speed this along.
There's a lot of
We're gonna go over week 18 scores briefly, not in depth as we
Lord
typically
Jesus,
do.
we're gonna cover this in a second.
And okay. That's good. Hint. We'll pay somebody. Hashtag pay somebody.
On the offense.
Okay,
but
so right. Okay, so starting out, we had on Saturday, January 7th. Today's the 10th. So Saturday, today's Tuesday. So Saturday, we had the Chiefs at the Raiders. We had
my homeboy.
I guess 31. It closed out that game. 31 points to the Las Vegas. Man, I gotta
What a disappointment.
I gotta shout out the Raiders. I gotta get on the Raiders real quick. 31-13. So the Chiefs locked up their number 1 seed. Shout out to the Raiders in their season. I understand why the Raiders didn't end up in Los Angeles. That could have passionate fans. The Raiders again. I'm a 49er fan. I'm born in San Francisco. I think we've had a love-hate relationship with each other over the year. Battle of the Bay, San Francisco, Oakland. Shout out to Oakland forever. So the Raiders were there. They were in LA, back in Oakland. Now they're in Vegas. Some things are out of your control. Some things are out of your control, whatever, as far as relocation, this and that. So you had the last game, right? It's in Las Vegas, of course, right? It's in their stadium, beautiful stadium, new stadium. Shout out to the Raiders. When you're building your brand and your franchise and your fan base, they've said issues. Oh, we got fans from opposing teams cheering on, and you got real hardcore Raider fans, because hardcore Raider fans are everywhere. They're holding up their signs. Oh, we deserve better, or just name nothing vulgar. Or Bench McDaniels. That was one. Bench McDaniels, the coach. You know what they do at the Raiders Stadium?
Or even hundreds of thousands
You know what they
of
do at the Raiders
dollars.
Stadium?
Then
They
do
come
not
over there and
repair.
ask you to take your sign down.
Oh damn.
And then we had the infamous black hole. Remember that back in the day in Oakland?
I do.
The black hole, right? So the black hole, when the 49ers were playing there, guess what? Filled up full of 49er jerseys. What does that tell you? The fan base isn't that strong in Vegas. It was a money move, so you can't get mad if people are booing you. People are cheering for the opposite team. This and that. You over here, you left Oakland high. Raiders, the Raiders franchise. You left the city of Oakland high and dry. You still had money to pay for the stadium, but the stadium is falling apart, and Oakland is maybe not the best market to have your sports franchise in. No disrespect, I love everybody in Oakland, everybody I know from Oakland, all that. But you could, if you're not going to get a new stadium, if you're not selling tickets, if it's in a dangerous area, Oakland is dangerous,
From what I've heard.
right? So that's. See y'all in the draft. See y'all next year. You lost your quarterback, whatever BS.
It was a very
Good luck
disappointing
getting
season.
another one. Good luck building through the draft. You got 2 first rounders. They had and I know people in Vegas, and they told me this. They had that first round, the receiver that got in trouble, that got in the car accident. God
Henry
bless.
Ruggs.
That killed a girl and her dog,
Henry Ruggs.
and she was
Caucasian.
right. So the triple whammy, bro. Triple whammy. 3 felonies. She was a woman, white, and killed her dog. 3. No, stop. But That and then the other first round pick was a corner, and he was flashing guns on the internet.
Yeah. And
Dummy,
I think
dumb,
the crazy
dummies.
part is, I
but
think
they're in Vegas,
another team
so they're
picked him
all
up.
riled up and young and dumb and stupid. And again, Vegas isn't that big. Henry Suggs, he was driving 120 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Like,
Vegas.
oh yeah, where you on the
Where are you going?
Where are you? Nowhere. He was by a Target or something.
I'm about to say. Where
So,
are
like
you
I said,
going
God
that
bless,
fast?
God bless. Everybody has ever been through stuff like God bless. You know what I mean? God bless everybody, whatever. But like, but again, this is the dog poop.
Here's the thing.
Decisions of this franchise.
I
Of
actually,
this franchise, you are failing your fans, yourselves, everybody. Going to Vegas was cool, but y'all finish at 4-12. Hopefully, y'all don't lose DeAndre Adams, and then Josh Jacobs, the running back, the leading rusher in the NFL. Josh Jacobs says he might not come back. He said that in the closeout interview. He said, "I might not come back
to football or
to the
team?
Raiders."
Okay, is his contract up or something?
I think so. But for you to say that at 4-12, I might not be here next year, and this and that, deuces.
I mean, any
Your
player
fault.
can say
You're
that.
like you need. I don't know. They need stability. If it's getting rid, if you're getting rid of David Carr, like I said, David Carr probably out the door.
He's out.
Josh
the door,
Jacobs probably out the door.
maybe.
Hopefully, hopefully you could do everything and pray and to keep Deontay Adams that he doesn't force his way out. But if they were to magically,
Why would Devontae Adams stay though?
he grew up a Raider fan.
Okay,
He grew up in the Bay. He wanted to be in the Raiders. Then that's his thing now. He says, I want to stay. Now he says he wants to stay because he said he came for David Carr. Then he was like, I came for David Carr. Then he did all this David Carr stuff. And now he switched up his tune a little bit. Now he said, I wanted to come here before David Carr. We'll see. Whatever. Shout out to the Raiders, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Raider fans, don't get mad at the 49ers. Get mad at Davis.
I mean, he could be out of there.
Yeah.
Josh
Get mad
Jacobs
at the
could
owner.
leave.
Get mad at the owner because he don't care. He's just like his daddy. He don't care. Al Davis Jr., whatever his name is.
I mean, I'm more so
Yeah,
anything
right.
of the Raiders season is just disappointing.
There you go. So yeah, that was a lot of time on the Raiders.
it
Shout
was-
out to the Raiders.
it was a
Shout
lot
out
of
to the
hype.
Raiders. That's how I look at it. You tell me something different. Y'all finished 4-12, capping on everybody else.
That next game, the
Right.
Titans and
Titans and Jaguars
The Jaguars made the
to
playoffs.
wrap up the AFC South. Who saw that coming?
I saw
I
it
guess
coming.
everyone predicted the Titans. I predicted the Titans. Keep it 1,000. But if you got your quarterback and your running back playing half the games and out the lineup,
Shit, once I started seeing how Trevor Lawrence was playing, I was like, oh,
they went on like a 4-game winning streak. He's solid. Yeah. They drafted him number 1 for a reason.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so they closed that out. So the score was 2016. That was a long ass Raider rant. So we got Sunday, January 8th. Got a bunch of games. We got the Falcons beating the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers already locked up the NFC South. So it's just a lot of Falcon players auditioning for next year. We got the Bills closing beating the Patriots 35-23.
You heard one thing. I got
The Patriots eliminated from playoff contention.
They're rumoring that this might be Bill Belichick's last year.
I saw he might come back next year. Depends what they do in the offseason. Yeah, but and they're 50-50 on Mac Jones right now. They're not just sold on him. So, we got the Vikings beating the Bears. By the way, all these games are divisional matchups, which is hard because divisional matchups they have a little bit extra sauce to them versus any other game.
Bears also locked up the number 1 pick in the draft.
There you go. So with this loss, the Bears locked up the draft. See you on the draft, Chicago Bears. So the Vikings won that game 29-13. We got the Bengals. I'll let you talk about this more if you want to elaborate on this. We got the Bengals beating the Ravens 27-16.
Ravens, Bengals 27-16. Definitely caught the game. We had Anthony Brown playing. He's our third string
QB3.
rookie quarterback.
QB3. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Picked up off Green
Nothing wrong
Mountain
with that,
Avenue.
dude. Yeah, man.
But offense,
Huntley
was injured as well. So basically, really the purpose of this game was to just get everybody healthy to next week because obviously we're going back-to-back weeks against the Bengals.
Right.
So the big question.
But what about the coin toss situation? Can you elaborate on that?
Well, because of what happened last Monday, it's irrelevant now because they won. but
Okay, so that's no longer happening.
that's not happening.
Okay,
So
it would have
if the Ravens had won, then it would coin toss would happen.
got you.
But
Understood.
Lamar was out. A bunch of our starters were being rested,
And
to a
they're
certain
already
extent-
there. They're probably going to stay in Cincinnati all week. They're already there, and they're going to play
They're-
them again next week, which is tough. I've seen that before. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you, I've seen that before. I've seen that. It was forever ago, and it was the Raiders and the Jets, and
Yeah,
then
they stayed out on the West Coast.
Right, it was the Raiders and the Jets. If
Or
I remember
other way
right, they played
around.
each other the last week of the season. I don't remember, but yeah, I think so. Last week of the season, and they play the first round of the playoffs. So that's pretty dope. To
Biggest
the
question:
stars
coming
align
down.
like that. The football gods, again, less traveling on the Ravens. They go spend all that time in Cincinnati. And less.
We
They
have
have more
no-
time to prepare.
We have no shot at winning this game unless we have Lamar Jackson playing.
Is Lamar
As
Jackson?
a-
Is Lamar Jackson playing? Is there a chance of Lamar Jackson playing? You don't know. 50-50? Probably not. No. Doubtful.
Who knows?
Questionable. Okay, there's questionable, doubtful,
There's
probable.
when the head John Harbaugh is on there saying this.
I don't know. John Harbaugh.
Yes, he's saying I don't know.
If I am,
We have no shot at winning.
If
this
I am
game
Lamar Jackson,
without Lamar Jackson.
I'm not saying. I mean, you're not quitting on the team, but like without that contract, I don't know if I'll play.
He has no shot of winning without Lamar Jackson. It's not gonna happen. But
And we don't know if Lamar Jackson's
I don't know if he's playing or not.
no shot. Dang, no shot.
I mean, like I said, I'm
You said-
as a fan.
You
I'm-
said no shot.
as a fan, I'm like,
no shot, bro.
as a fan, like other seasons where it'll be like, I'll be like, we underdogs, but I could see us winning this game. I ain't gonna lie, I can't see us winning this game without Lamar Jackson.
Right.
I just can't.
Right. Understood.
Granted, we did give Roquan Smith $100 million, made him the highest paid linebacker. in the
Hashtag
league,
pay somebody.
which
Too much money on the defense, not enough money on the offense.
Yeah, which he's definitely worth the money, but we haven't played. We've paid like one offensive player or two. We paid a lineman and Mark Andrews.
You pay
So,
Mark Andrews.
You pay Mark. I ain't
pay
saying,
Mark
you know what I'm
Andrews. Yeah,
saying?
you pay
But
Mark Andrews and pay his quarterback.
But
and then pay his quarterback, right?
the wide receiver core has got to go. Might have to send them boys home.
And all right. Okay,
But yeah, we'll see what happens.
moving
next
forward,
week.
we'll get to them again in a little bit. Okay, moving forward, we have the Texans being the Colts 32-31. A lot of rebuilding on both teams here. FC South matchup, and the Texans with this win took themselves out of getting the number one pick in the draft. I guess,
He's
right?
gonna pick number 2.
Right. But and guaranteed less money. Hey. So that's how they think sometimes. So yeah, the Dolphins defeating the Jets 11-6. The Dolphins are out.
The Dolphins are in.
Dolphins are my bad. Dolphins are in. Okay. My bad. Dolphins are in. Okay.
The
So the Dolphins
Dolphins-
with the win. Oh yeah. I watched highlights of the game. They had 3 field goals and a safety. 11-6. Okay, so see them in playoffs. Okay, but moving forward, God bless Carolina Panthers with their W 10-7 against the New Orleans Saints, both rebuilding situations. The Panthers have a lot of 49er picks moving forward because they blessed us with Christian McCaffrey. So thank you for that. The Carolina Panthers saved the 49er season. So shout out to Carolina. Carolina Panthers saved the 49er season this year by trading us Christian McCaffrey. If we had no Christian McCaffrey, we would be irrelevant right now. So that's coming from a fan. So moving forward, we got the Steelers beating the Browns 28-14. Both they're already thinking about the draft. AFC North matchup. Moving forward, we had the Broncos 31-28. Arguably one of Russ's better games. You got the Chargers are in. Let me maybe 30 seconds on the Broncos and Russ to close them out. They did a little on class. It was class act. I'm a hater. I'm a hater. more so football wise, not necessarily personally wise. I'm not all Russell Wilson is lame or corny. I don't care. I don't care what he does. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's his personal life. You know what I'm saying? Those are his decisions, personal decisions. I'm not talking about his personal life. And Sierra, I'm not speaking about a man's situation. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about as a Seahawk and him in his matchups against the 49ers. That's where that comes from. But they did a tribute to Mr. DeMar Hamlin. So Mr. Russell Wilson, and then number 3 off the Chargers. They came in the middle of the field. Both wearing number 3. I shared a prayer. It was just them two. They both held up number 3 at the end, and they walked off. You look at the comments. Again, I'm not a fan of Russell Wilson. I thought it was a class act, given everything that's going on with Mr. DeMar Hamlin and the Buffalo Bills, number 3. So I thought that was kind of cool.
I mean,
so class act.
What did the comments say?
Majority of it was positive. Some of it was like, this is lame, this is corny. I was like, you know what I mean? But like,
I'm about to say it's hard.
But majority of it was positive.
That's all
and
they
they
talk about with Russell Wilson nowadays.
Right. So see you in the draft, Denver Broncos. Let's ride. So
They fired the coach too, if I'm not mistaken.
they did fire the coach. Oh, okay. On that note, if one of their candidates is Jim Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, former 49er coach. He coached Alex Smith. He coached Colin Kaepernick. I feel he has it. He saved Alex Smith's career, and he developed Colin Kaepernick. So give him that credit. Jim Harbaugh. That's what he did in San Francisco, and he got to the Super Bowl, and he lost to his brother. So if he goes. They're out of picks. They gave up a lot. So it's just like if they get Jim Harbaugh, whoever they get, F everything else. The $100 million gajillion dollar question, can you utilize Russell Wilson? I feel Jim Harbaugh can because his experience with Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick, and he used to coach against Russell Wilson for years in the NFC West when the 49ers would play the Seahawks. So if I'm the GM of
John Elway.
If I'm the GM, I get Jim Harbaugh in a heartbeat. And you know who else I give a call to? Colin motherfucking Kaepernick.
For what?
Because Jim Harbaugh coached Colin Kaepernick.
You call
and
him.
If Russell Wilson is stinking up the joint, you throw him in. You throwing
Colin Kaepernick?
My point being, if Colin Kaepernick, you said the ship has sailed years ago, but if there's that one last ship that got held up. That would be my point being, if Colin Kaepernick does have a chance back in the NFL, it would be via Jim Harbaugh and probably on the Broncos. It's a little far-fetched. It's not too far-fetched though.
It's pretty far-fetched.
It's not pretty far-fetched. If they need a coach, you get Jim Harbaugh.
You
need a coach to save your quarterback.
Well,
get Jim Harbaugh. Who else?
I'm with the Jim Harbaugh thing. It's just the Colin Kaepernick.
Okay, Jim, but Jim Harbaugh has brought Colin Kaepernick to his practice in Michigan, so the relationship is still there.
Okay,
the relationship is still. By the way, and I know little shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I just.
So I'm just. But you got Russell. But you got Russell. There's nothing wrong with Colin being QB2, QB3 up in that MFR. I'm not saying come in and start.
It would definitely get people excited
they need that
or indifferent
from the outside looking.
It would get people talking.
And a liberal place like Colorado, it'd be okay. A conservative place like Texas, no, probably not, right? But if that counts too, politically, if you want to go there, that counts too.
But I mean,
Denver, Colorado would welcome him with open arms.
I don't think that'll happen though. I think the Jim Harbaugh thing could possibly go down. But
okay, we'll start there. I get excited about
for all that.
I get excited about the OGs, right?
Might as well bring back Tim Tebow and shit.
Right, but okay. They got Russell Wilson, and he did what? And they paid him how much? That's my point. Yeah. And they were equivalent neck and neck back in the day. Russell Wilson and Colin Kaepernick. We had playoff matchups against each other.
Yeah.
Right.
To a certain extent, I guess you
could
say
there you
that.
Go. Okay, this is me getting excited.
But one won a Super Bowl, the other one didn't.
Right. So right on that note, okay, moving forward. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'll end the argument based on that. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, then we got the Eagles beating the Giants 22-16. Eagles had to win this game to lock up the #1 seed, and they did. And the Giants are making the playoffs as well. Shout out to the Giants. One of this probably the primary sleeper team.
Giants.
Giants.
They lost though.
I mean, but I'm talking about making the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're in. They're in, but they lost this game, but they're in
Cowboys,
the playoffs.
Eagles, and Giants are in.
Right. Next game we have the 49ers being the Cardinals 38-13. I went to 49er bar. It was already a blowout. I went like at halftime and I text you.
I'm terrible. Them freaking Cardinals is terrible.
Oh yeah, the Cardinals they fired their coach and they just gave him extension before the season to 2027 or some shit like that. And then they fired him. And then Kyler Murray, Allen, Texas native, tore his ACL and will not be ready by the beginning of the season.
I mean that it takes a while for those type of injuries.
Correct. You know, I've experienced it. As tearing your ACL is literally one of the worst pains I've ever felt in my life, physically, legit. When I was, how old was I? Like 20. It sucked. That sucked.
It's not like they was doing great anyway.
Yeah, but they may have to. And shout out JJ Watt. It's JJ Watt's last game.
Yeah,
It was JJ Watt's last game. Shout out JJ Watt. Legend, JJ Watt. Houston legend for sure. Next game we had the Seahawks and the Rams. The Seahawks had a win to get in, so this was important. And the Seahawks, we'll get to them in a second, but we ready. We ready. We ready. We already beat them twice. We ready. We'll get to them in a moment. We have the Commanders beating the Cowboys 26-6.
I want to say Cowboys rested their starters.
Did they? Because there were a lot of I was hearing them get a lot of criticism.
I mean,
Cowboys but that's from casual fans that don't know what's going on. Oh, the Cowboys listen Commanders. No, the Cowboys getting ready to go to the playoffs to go against Tom and them.
Yeah,
on the road when they have a better record. So I'll give it. That sucks. You know,
their matchup was already determined before this game. You know,
right? Exactly. They had no reason to play the game. Yeah, no one worth the dang. You know, we don't even gotta look at the stats. Okay, and then the Sunday night game. Last but not least, are you ready? The Lions, the Detroit Lions. But okay, before this day started, the Detroit Lions needed help and win to make the playoffs, but since the Seahawks won, it eliminated the Lions regardless. So the Packers had a chance to go in, and the Lions was only playing spoiler. And the Lions won. You good old Aaron Rodgers, 17 years in the league, was just walking off.
I think this
might have been his last rodeo. Who knows?
I think this is it for Aaron Rodgers, at least in
Green Bay. Hell yeah, he's done in Green Bay after this year. And right after the game, Lil Wayne tweeting, talking about it looks like football done with 12 and 12 is done with football. We need to move on. We should have moved on last year. And then that's one of your bigger fans, celebrity fans, bigger name fans, quick story with Lil Wayne, even though he's from New Orleans, they had the Super Bowl. They had the Super Bowl in New Orleans that year when Green Bay won, whatever year it was, and Lil Wayne was a kid with Brett Favre and shit. And his father came home with a bunch of Packers gear. So that's what made Lil Wayne a Packers fan from New Orleans.
Packers in Atlanta, or what? Packers and Patriots.
Yeah. Brett Favre 90 whatever. So
a lot of people became.
That is why Lil Wayne, everyone's favorite rapper.
A lot of people became Brett Favre fans because of that game.
Right.
I remember watching that game.
I remember watching that game. Yeah, for sure. So, and then Detroit plays spoiler, and one of my new favorite players, Jamal Williams, running back. He be having his Pokemon, his Pokemon interview. Pull that up. That shit is the funniest shit.
This Pokemon
interview. It just put Jamal Williams Pokemon interview. That shit is they got the Pokemon music in the back. That shit is the funniest shit. Yeah, shit is wait. That's the last. So the interviewer inside Jamal, and then we'll get to the predictions. Not outside. He's like inside. He's like in the locker room. He's in the locker room. That shit is hilarious. Might be on World Star. Yeah, go ahead. That's it. That's it. One of my new favorite players, former Packer, Detroit Lion. He had extra incentive to win the game, even though playing spoiler. I don't know what it is about Detroit, man. You want to see him do it, man. They almost did it. They went and they had a better, and they beat the Packers twice. They're the reason Packers didn't make the playoffs.
You went from 1,000 to 11,000.
I don't watch TV. You didn't hear about it? I'm trying not to cuss. I don't care. I just want to play football and go home. But you're holding me right now. I just want to go home and play Pokemon.
Go home and play Pokemon?
Yeah, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You can't disrespect Pokemon like that. Pokemon.
Can't disrespect Pokemon. That we got to put that on the T-shirt, bro.
Pokemon.
Can't disrespect Pokemon like that.
Yeah.
So they
I don't
got
know
this
what
and they had
cards you
the
got.
music
They
playing in
must
the back.
suck,
It
'cause
was like on World
you calling
Star
them Pokemon.
social media.
But it's
whatever.
fine. Never
So I had
mind.
the
I'm
same
off
interview and then
topic.
playing that shit in the back. You beat me and I beat you, Pokemon.
Gotta catch you.
That shit was hilarious, bro. Shout out to Jamal Williams shouting out Pokemon.
I think we missed the game.
Did it have playoff implications? I think we got it, bro.
No, actually I'm tripping. We got
Yeah, we got it. Okay, so now we're going to the playoffs. Now we're predicting the games. What time check?
56 minutes.
We're doing pretty good.
We know
We're doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So we could really break down matchups. We have time to do that. Okay, so playoffs, playoff brackets. Schedule. Playoff bracket. What's the damn bracket at?
Saturday.
Okay, schedule.
You gonna be at the 49ers bar on Saturday?
Depends what time. Maybe
3:30.
3:30. Of
I
course.
figured you'd be the first person.
I'll be the
there.
first person there, right? I know, right?
Because the Seahawks are playing at
Come on, man.
49ers on Saturday at 3:30.
Come on, the spread is like, bro. Like, we could bet. The spread is a whole nother question. But we beat them the past two games in the season. The combined scores was like 48-20. Geno Smith, Pro Bowl season. God bless you, sir. But the Seahawks are outmatched.
Pro Bowl season?
Geno Smith made the Pro Bowl.
Damn.
You didn't know that? Jalen, it was we'll get to the pro. We'll get to that in a second. If I remember right, Jalen Hurts, of course, right? Kirk Cousins and Geno Smith in the NFC.
Dope.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did that. So yeah, come on now. The 49ers being the Seahawks. Like 49ers being the Seahawks. Like we being trying. Like let's get serious. It's the second. Let's get serious. Like there's no chance. There's no chance. Come on. Let's get serious. We're talking about the Super Bowl. We're not talking about the Seahawks. Seahawks almost didn't make it. And honestly, you got it's a little bit of a. I would have preferred to play the Packers. Because we beat them the past 2 years in the playoffs, legit, and we beat them four times since Aaron Rodgers has been there. I already said that, and I feel the Seahawks would be more prepared for us. I feel Aaron Rodgers is still dangerous. He's still dangerous. He's still got it. I would have preferred to play the Packers though. I would have preferred to play Packers, but we would beat the Packers anyways, so it doesn't matter. And we're going to beat the Seahawks.
Y'all should win this game.
We should win this game. And the spread is 10. I'll have to really do my research if we're going to cover the spread, but we're going to win the game.
Y'all should win that game.
Win the game. So then we have
The Chargers at the Jaguars.
Chargers, Jaguars.
I'm picking the Jags,
Picking
bro.
the Jags.
I'm picking the Jags.
Shout out T-Vibe and Jacksonville.
I'm picking the Jags.
Shout out
bro.
T-Vibe from good old Jacksonville, Florida.
I'm picking
Man,
Trevor
I can't bet. I
Lawrence.
can't bet against my man's in there.
Bro, Trevor
can't.
Lawrence is on fire right now.
Just a Herbert man.
But Trevor Lawrence is on
I
fire.
can't. But you know what? The Jaguars beat the Chargers this year. I do remember that
Jaguars
because I
beat-
was like, how did the Jaguars beat the Chargers? But the
Yeah.
Jaguars didn't get on their stride yet. Like what they do, they had like a 4-game winning streak at least.
Jaguars beat the Chargers, Ravens, Cowboys. They beat quite a few teams.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
So-
Those three win. That sounds impressive. Yeah. Shit.
I'm picking Jaguars.
Lawrence
gets his first playoff
I'll bet on the Chargers. I'll bet on the Chargers.
I'm betting Jags on that, bro.
Dollar, bro. Hold on.
You want to bet $1
on the Chargers.
on the chart?
On the Chargers.
That's not a good.
On the Chargers,
Jaguars from the break, and it's a home game.
Man, this Jaguars, it's cute. It's cute. It's cute. No, it's cute. It is. It's cute. It's cute. Like it's cute. It's cool, but it's just her.
Bro, Jaguars is probably. One
I'm
of
not.
my
I'm
scary
not.
teams.
I'm not rooting against the Chargers. I'm not betting against the Chargers. Moving forward.
Jaguars one of them teams that can score on you at any point of the game. That's what makes them so dangerous.
Trevor Lawrence is better than Justin Herbert.
It's
Do you want to
about
look at
the
their
same.
stats? You want to look at their stats? You want to see who's got the better rating in Madden?
Nah, he probably got him on stats, but he's had a decent season. Like I said, Trevor Lawrence fucking beat us. He broke my damn heart.
So
321,
I understand it's in Jacksonville, but that's another scenario. The Chargers had a better records. They're in a similar situation as the Cowboys. They have as a better team. they have a lower pick in the draft. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, so we'll see. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game.
Jacksonville.
Okay. Moving on to Sunday, the morning game. We have
Dolphins at Bills,
the Dolphins.
which could actually go either way. If I don't know if Tua Tagovailoa is playing.
I wouldn't count on. Yeah, this is not who the Bills wanted to go against. Against the healthy Dolphins.
I don't know if Tua's playing on Sunday though.
That's a great question. If he's not playing, then that's that.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's not really that much info.
Status for the game.
But I want the Dolphins did beat them earlier this year.
Right. Right. You have so Buffalo finished the season at 13-3 at the second seed, and Miami was the seventh seed at 9-8. Miami, like I said, you can't count Miami out. It's not just a playoff game. Again, it's also a divisional matchup. These teams already played twice this year.
All of the games on here are teams that played each other already this season.
That's interesting.
These are all teams that every game.
Right. No, that's I mean, just there's advantages and disadvantages of that. There's advantages because it's less preparation both sides have to do because they already
Already know,
prepared
yeah.
before.
Right.
They already know.
And a lot of these teams know each other.
They already know each other. So but come on, the Bills win. Let's get that out the way. The Bills are still
I'll put my money on the Bills though, but
right. The Bills are
the Dolphins have beaten them this year. But like I said, with no Tua, I'm putting my money on
no
the Bills.
Tua, hands down, the Bills are winning. Like shout of doubt. Tua makes it interesting, but I'm still rocking with the Bills. I'm rocking with the Bills. I'm rocking with the Bills in the AFC. I'm legit.
We got Giants at Vikings.
Giants at Vikings. What do we have here? 4. I'm gonna go Vikings, but I'm not just sold on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because what if Kirk Cousins like throws like 3 picks and then it's over?
Could
right?
happen.
Could happen, right? Kirk Cousins is gonna win us the Super Bowl. Does this sound right? Kirk Cousins is gonna win us a Super Bowl.
A funny thing is, I met a Vikings fan on Saturday night, and they were just, those
Raving.
Vikings fans do not like Kirk Cousins.
They don't like Kirk Cousins,
They do not.
and he made the Pro Bowl this year.
Yeah,
Why not?
it's kind of like
Overpaid? Is he hurt a lot?
he just
He's-
never really like shines above. You know what I'm saying? Not shines above.
I mean,
he never jumps off the screen at you when you see him.
Has he won any playoff games there?
No,
Has he ever won a playoff game? In Washington, did he win a playoff game?
no.
Because he got drafted the same year as RG3. They
2012.
they got drafted together, right?
Yeah, he hasn't. But I think like I said, people are just.
Viking fans don't, but I would understand.
He's not really like an exciting player.
Justin Jefferson. They talk about if there's been if they had an MVP candidate, it was him. Yeah, he's the man. Justin Jefferson is the man. Justin Jefferson is why the Vikings are as good as they are.
Correct.
Before Kirk Cousins.
Correct.
Correct.
A
A lot of yards after catch. A lot of
yak,
playmaking
a lot
ability.
of circus catches.
A lot of playmaking ability. Yeah, Justin Jefferson. And then
We spoke a little bit about it earlier. Ravens at Bengals. We need Lamar. I'm not gonna
Lamar a bust. If Lamar's not it, right.
I'm not gonna be the person who's lying to myself about where my team stands. I'm gonna be cheering for my team for sure, but man, if we don't have Lamar, I don't see us winning this game.
Fair assessment.
You know, I think they got too much firepower on offense. While we do have a stacked defense, I feel like it's just one of those things like if our offense doesn't do anything, then it's going to be too much pressure on our defense.
Got you.
Yeah, hopefully we can score some points
There you
in
go.
this game.
That part. And to close it out, we have
The super wild card game.
super wild card. We have the Cowboys visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and for the casual fans at home, we have Tampa Bay with the 8-9 record, but they won the NFC South, and we have the Cowboys at 12-5. So yes, the Cowboys have a better record, but they are the away team. Some argue the better team. Dallas has had a nice defense all year long. Explosive players, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard. What are their receivers on top of my head? Okay, who are the
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb, and who's the other one?
Tony Pollard.
Because they lost what?
Michael Gallup.
And Michael Gallup, because they lost Cooper to the Browns.
Right. Amari Cooper went to the Browns.
So I feel Zeke's playing. This is make or break. This God forbid, you know what I'm saying, not a hater, but this is make or break for Zeke, for his contract, for his next contract, and for the rest of his career.
Next contract.
Where he's not retiring,
Yeah,
but he's not making 20 million either.
I was about to say
He's coming off a $20 million contract.
Yeah, but you saying
And Tony Pollard's coming off a $1 million contract.
you saying next contract like
He's a free agent.
yeah, you said the way you said next contract, like he's about to get a lot of money.
He ain't go hell no, he not. Unless he fucking averages 4 touchdowns a game and wins in the Super Bowl. He's right. He could be 1 foot out the door. That's something to be aware of, Cowboy fans. This might be Ezekiel Elliott's last game in Dallas.
I don't think they're gonna be that hurt if he left.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how the average Cowboy fan feels about Ezekiel Elliott. I don't know.
I don't think that.
I don't know. I rocked with them this year because I had on fantasy football. That's why I said his name as much as I did.
right.
But you know what? Keep it 1,000. I met him once, seen him once, and he shook my hand and everything. So it's hard for me to all out hate on him, even though I'm a hate on Dallas and the Cowboys. Love, respect. You know what I'm saying? Right. Shook my hand the whole night. So I can't. Like, it's hard for me to. You know what I mean? I met him, so it's hard for me to hate on him. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
At the backstage of the G-Eazy concert at the Toyota Center in the Irving area
For sure.
a few years ago. Yeah.
God bless Ezekiel Elliott.
God bless Ezekiel Elliott. And he stayed out of trouble. I've had this dialogue with.
Well, he's been staying out of trouble.
out of the limelight because he used to get in a lot of trouble.
When he first got here.
Correct. He
you know,
was
calm
beating up
down.
DJs and stealing your girl, Mr. Steal Your Girl,
I mean,
and punching DJs in the face.
you get your first taste of that Dallas Cowboy love. You know what I'm saying? It might go to your head a little bit. You got
Damn. All right. So we predicted. Did we predict? Okay. Who we predict? This is a hard predict. So Tom Brady has never lost the Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady is 7-0 against the Dallas Cowboys in his career. It's hard to bet against Tom Brady.
I might eat these words, but I'm counting Tom Brady out.
You got the Cowboys winning.
I got the Cowboys winning this.
I prefer not to predict this game because I'm like, I don't. The Cowboys are a better team. If I were playing Madden, you and me were playing Madden. The Cowboys on paper, top to bottom, 50. You compare the 53-man roster. The Cowboys are a better team, but
I've watched several Buccaneers games this year. If the Cowboys can't win this game, man, bro, Cowboys fans, y'all need to shut up for like 2-3 years.
About 2-3 years. Shut up for 2-3 years. Don't call us about nothing.
Stop talking about you going to the
Talking
Super
about
Bowl.
go to the Super Bowl and all this until Jerry Jones.
But if y'all can't win this, bro,
Until Jerry Jones sells the team.
yeah, this is like more like I said, when I look at the game, it's like if y'all can't win this game, bro, I don't know when y'all gonna win, bro. Because this is like if y'all can't make it,
That'd be a
past the-
travesty.
Yeah,
If the Cowboys lose, the Cowboys lose.
if y'all can't make it past the first round, in this,
Hey, from the outside look again. Cause by the way, we in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I prefer the 49ers, matchup against Dallas again. That'd be fun. We did that last year. If y'all remember how that went. Dak, ran down the clock and looked lost. So I don't know if that was a coaching decision or if that was a QB decision. I don't know.
if the Cowboys don't
If the
win this
Cowboys
game,
lose to the Buccaneers,
like just
you riot.
do
you
that.
riot.
because we down the street, don't riot. But if the Cowboys lose this game, bro, y'all, I don't know what y'all hope is for next season. You know what I'm saying? It might be.
I go to the Dallas Cowboy parking lot and watch some games.
It might be if y'all lose the
They out.
game, it might be time to pack it on and start it over.
Start over, hit reset for
Hit
sure.
the reset button,
Hit the reset button.
pass
Oh,
the sticks.
I'm not I can't bet against Tom Brady, but Tom Brady, he did what he did. He delivered on his promise to Tampa Bay. Who talking they got?
I missed this, but this is my guy. Wild One for president. Bro, if we lose Lamar, I'm choosing another team.
Shout
Yo,
out Baltimore.
So it's back to the Lamar thing. Yo, if Lamar Jackson leaves Baltimore, like everybody in that city is gonna be so pissed.
Are they burning jerseys?
No, we ain't burning jerseys. We mad at fucking Bishotti and Harbaugh. We gonna be mad at the organization.
The front office.
Ain't nobody gonna be mad at Lamar because at the
They're
end
gonna
of the
miss
day,
Lamar.
They're gonna miss Lamar,
but it's not Lamar, right?
But I can't necessarily
Lamar,
be
because
mad.
Lamar wants to stay and get paid and play in Baltimore. Lamar,
Bro, if like
what do you call it? Lamar Tamore? What do you say? There's a nickname for Baltimore, and it's got like Lamar in there somewhere.
Lamar Tamore,
I don't know. I heard you say some shit like that one day. I don't know.
LaMarvelous.
Some shit. I don't know.
But man, if Lamar leaves, and honestly, I think it's like a 50-50 chance at this point. Obviously, looking at everything that's going on, you know what I'm saying? It's about
Pay
50.
the man. Hashtag pay the man.
And
But,
now,
I sent you you don't want to talk about this. I saw an article on teams that would be interested in.
not saying that. It's talking about the Jets would trade everything.
Some teams would trade everything for a premier quarterback. That's
Talking about they'd trade everything for Lamar.
Okay, Jets rumors. Okay, that's what it is. The Jets were interested in Lamar Jackson, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Derek Carr. The Jets are quarterback shopping.
They
Legit, some teams will
send Derek Carr out there.
We can send Derek Carr out there.
You send him out
because we still want Jimmy G. We still love Jimmy G in San Francisco, and we still love Lamar Jackson, Baltimore.
Man,
but Derek Carr, that could be their answer.
I'm just because the Ravens do this. So theoretically in my mind, the perfect scenario was going to be like the same thing that happened to Joe Flacco. He comes down to his last year. Joe Flacco plays. Bam, we go to Super Bowl, win Super Bowl, get the money, blah, blah, blah. Everybody happy. This is not what that is.
Our dreams are made of.
This
This
is
is not it.
This
ain't it.
This is like silent. This is like a Cold War. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like it's not necessarily.
That's hilarious.
It's not necessarily like, oh, we're really going at it, but it's literally like a standoff. Like who's gonna cave first, and if neither one of us cave, like, do I leave? You know what I'm saying? Do I stay? First.
There it is. There you go.
First and only
Say it.
MVP that we've ever had.
Say
and second Raven to ever be on the cover of Madden.
after Ray Lewis.
after Ray Lewis,
Right. Yeah.
saying a lot.
Shout out Lamar. Shout out Lamar, man.
So-
Shout out Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, nah, man.
Pay the man. Pay the man. Pay
People
the
not gonna
man.
be. Ain't nobody gonna be burning no Lamar jerseys. They gonna be mad at
the franchise.
the franchise. Yes.
They're not gonna be mad at him.
Everybody's gonna be mad at.
They're gonna
like,
miss
the-
him, but not
Yes.
mad at him. They're gonna
Yeah,
be
they're
mad
not gonna
at
be
the
like
franchise.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody gonna be like
Because they
oh,
could have
we
paid him, and he won. How long was he talking about? I want to, do that. But
I mean, like I said, if nobody like Lamar has definitely brought a lot of like excitement to
you know what
the team.
I saw in the comments. I'm not disrespecting Lamar. I'm not calling him out his name. I'm not downplaying him as a man or his intelligence or anything like that. I saw in the comments like it was about him and so negotiating himself XYZ. I feel that's part of the like it was basically saying they feel is part of the reason why he's not getting big money, the max deal XYZ, because he's representing himself. And it also said because he was a lawyer, and he said in the lawyer world we have a saying only fool. I might have said that he probably said fools. He's like only fools represent themselves. So that's what they say in the lawyer world. You know what I'm saying? Like if you need to go to court and you got to get you a lawyer. Get you a lawyer. Don't be defending yourself in court. So it's just I understand. I'm not, again, the way it's set up. I'm not saying he's not a smart, young, intelligent man and capable of a lot of things, but I think even though maybe he does have the capability and the capacity to negotiate for his deal, but I feel that is the roadblock on why they are not giving him the big money because he's representing himself. I feel they're holding that against him. I feel they're being petty about it.
Maybe.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, bro, it's not like we got 3 more Lamar Jacksons on the bench
Running around,
Yeah,
right?
so
Right.
It's like
Just
it's not like
fresh out
the Ravens
pack
don't-
out the
the
box.
Ravens don't really have like leverage other than what they feel Lamar deserves. You know what I'm saying? They don't have like they can't be like, oh well, you play like this and the guy behind you can do this. It's like, nah,
There's no leverage.
Yeah, so I'm like, I get
Their
where-
leverage is we don't pay you. Their leverage is we don't pay you, and okay, and then his leverage is okay. I walk.
there's I mean, I'm assuming, and it's not always great to assume, but I'm just assuming that he wants a certain amount of guaranteed money, and the Ravens are not
With that.
relenting. Yes,
With that guaranteed keyword, guaranteed money,
yes.
not just money, but guaranteed
Correct.
money.
So whatever that number is that Lamar is looking for in guaranteed money, that's what I feel like is stopping us. Could be, could be $240 million, could be $200 million.
Right. So a lot of football covered. So close that. Do we do? You want to do loose Super Bowl prediction while we here?
49ers Chiefs.
49ers Bills. Thank you. You predicted the 49ers go to the Super Bowl?
I mean, there's no one left.
There's no one left. Thank you. Well, thank you. All right, let's do that. Let's go.
So, but
Let's go to the Super Bowl. Let's do it.
but
Quest for 6.
but
Quest for 6. Because we got 5 already.
I'm sorry, but if y'all go to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, I don't see y'all winning.
Okay. Well, I see the Bills beating the Chiefs.
I don't.
That's my. You don't see the Bills beating the Chiefs?
No. I've watched.
So tired
I
of
wanna
everybody
say
loving
I've-
the. I'm so
I
tired of
wanna
everybody
say-
loving the Chiefs.
I want to say I've watched 14 of the Chiefs games this year, and
You
like,
watched 14 of their games.
I had Patrick Mahomes as my fantasy quarterback.
so you're like really watching that shit. I get it.
and
get you.
and it's
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
can't even lie. Like
Yeah,
he is the best quarterback in the league. Like it's not even close.
it's not even close. I got it. I got him and Josh Allen is in the same breath, bro. It's him and Josh. When fantasy foot, when we had the fantasy football predictions and all this and rankings and all that, Josh Allen would be won a lot of the weeks.
Yeah. Well, no.
Predicted-
Actually, no. Well, yes, predicted, yes, but even now, even at the end of the year stats, Patrick Mahomes is ranked number 1 in damn near every category: passing yards,
I
touchdowns.
have to look this up.
You said what?
I have to look this up. Okay, I believe you.
Yeah, passing yards, touch, and he's probably going to be the MVP.
Right. Damn, over Jalen Hurts.
We
We was,
also
we was
got
rooting
the-
for you, Jalen. We
I was rooting for
you,
it, but
We was
Jalen-
rooting for you,
that
Philly.
injury kind of like threw Jalen.
Damn,
up
we was
a
rooting
pass.
for you, Philly. We was rooting for you.
But I think Patrick Mahomes is going to get he was rock solid this year. And like I said, even in fantasy, I would not have gotten as far as I did without Patrick Mahomes. Like,
Right.
He definitely carried my team. Like, for sure. He had a few 50-point games.
And one last time, my birthday is the Super Bowl, February 12th, and there is nothing else I'd probably ask for because I'm already going to Kings game. So that's what I wanted. That's
But
what
you
I
wanna
want.
see
My
49ers.
team win the Super Bowl on my birthday, bro.
Like I said,
My birthday, they might
I-
have to. What?
like I said, strong possibility.
I
feel
might
like
just start floating, bro.
I feel like y'all- I feel like y'all could-
I might just start. You know what I mean?
definitely feel like y'all can make the Super Bowl. Like, if somebody says it to me now, I'm not like, no, this, like, all right, they could for sure. But
Prudy,
like I said,
okay, we're on a 10-game winning streak to close out the season. Brock Prudy's 5-0. No one saw that coming. You know what I'm saying? So he's part of the solution. And again, Christian McCaffrey said, it's like someone's arguing with that. You're correct. Christian McCaffrey did say this. Oh, you wouldn't be without Christian McCaffrey. Correct. I believe I'm true because if we could go, we're on Normal Guys Talk Sports episode 25. So before the season, so 18 weeks ago, so we were like within our first 10 episodes, we were predicting the NFL season and before the season started
Right.
and this and that. And I promise you, I said this because I know I said this. I said our weakness is running back because we had
quarterback.
we had Trey Lance and Jimmy G ready to go. So I was like, oh, Trey Lance gets hurt. Jimmy G. Shout out Jimmy G. Get well soon, Jimmy G. And they say Jimmy G has a chance of coming back in the playoffs, but you can't count on that. You're not relying on that. We're not going
Right.
to hold our breath.
Right.
We're rocking and rolling with Brock Prudy, Mr. Irrelevant, the first Mr. Irrelevant to start a game and win. Mr. Irrelevant, pick number 262. So that is the last pick in the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Shout out Brock Prudy,
Man,
the
like I
real
said,
MVP.
I can see y'all
The
making
real-
it. I can see y'all making the Super Bowl. It's just I don't think y'all want to see the Chiefs there. Y'all have already lost to the Chiefs this season.
Right. I'm gonna have PTSD. I'm gonna have PTSD.
So, like,
I'm gonna have to kidnap
the-
Patrick Mahomes.
if the Chiefs ain't- if the
I'm gonna
Chiefs
have to
ain't there-
kidnap Patrick Mahomes. That's
if the
what I'm
Chiefs
gonna do.
ain't there, then I'm like, all right, maybe 49ers can do it.
I'll take
you
that.
know?
I'll take that, sir. I'll take
But
that.
if
I'll
the
take- I'll pray-
if the Chiefs is there,
I'll
man,
take-
boy,
I'll
I'm gonna pray for y'all.
I'm pray every day. I pray every day. We win that Super Bowl. I pray every day.
And
pray
I ain't
every
gonna
day.
lie, it's
If
like
we don't get the Super Bowl,
the Chiefs didn't just beat y'all; they beat y'all convincingly too.
convincingly, we was up in the fourth quarter. But convincingly, we'll watch the Super Bowl right now.
No, I'm talking about this season, recently.
I kind of remember the game.
I want to say they
I
beat y'all. by
kind of
like
remember
20.
the game. We kind of remember. I kind of remember the game. We got the best defense. Our defense is ready. Our defense is ready. We're ready for all of that. Defense
44 to
wins
23.
championships.
This is week 7. It might have been a week after y'all traded for what's his face.
Did he play that game, Christian McCaffrey?
He did,
I don't count that.
and y'all had Jimmy G.
Jimmy G. Yeah, Jimmy G and Christian McCaffrey. So
Granted, it was. I want to say it might have been his first game or his second game, first game. But
I think we're a different football team. We're a different football team. We caught our stride. We're on a 10-game winning streak. Best defense in the NFL. Defense wins championships.
I'm
Bunch of
like I said,
bunch of Pro Bowls on the roster.
I'm like I said, Super Bowl.
Bunch of Pro Bowlers.
Shout out! We got a couple people in there dropping comments. Shout out to my guy.
Drunk?
Drunk.
Oh man, we got drunk all up in the comments. We ain't even talking drunk.
Yeah, Drunk just popped in.
Oh
Brock
man, where you been
Prudy.
drunk? We closed out the show. Where you drunk? Man?
Brock, we talked to him for a second. Brock Prudy. What did it say? Brock Prudy win the Super Bowl. What y'all going to do?
Bruh, I don't know, bro.
Anthony Price. What up, Anthony? It's a storyline already for the Bills to win it all. Like that would be a good storyline considering the DeMar Hamlin situation. Chiefs did lay the smack at the down on them. It was like 37 to 15.
The sack is down. I love it. Smack, yeah.
44 30 23.
The Rocky Maivia reference.
Like I said, bro, if I think y'all can make it. Like I said, I watched a couple, you know what I'm saying? They got a strong team. But y'all just don't want to see the Chiefs. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes gonna lose.
And then you'll see no one getting his way. No one getting his way in the AFC. No one getting his way.
I mean, unless like
who they? Okay, well they got the first round bye.
You know what?
They got the first round bye. Damn it!
I take that back. You know what? There's one team that could beat them, and that's the Bengals
themselves. Oh, I think
no, the Bengals.
That would be a good matchup. That would be a good matchup.
The Bengals could beat the Chiefs.
That would be a good matchup.
Now, if the Bengals
are 3.
The Bengals, Joe Burrow is undefeated against the Chiefs.
Yikes! Fun fact: the Bengals 3 or 4.
See,
yeah,
I think 3. My phone, my laptop died.
So, oh damn! I was like, oh, but we're still on the show.
No, we still
okay, we still are. What are they? Seeding. Yeah, so if everybody wins that's supposed to win, Buffalo and Cincinnati would see each other in the next round again. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, and that's also storyline-ish because they played in the season.
Drunk also said Chiefs are dangerous. They lost Tyreek Hill and Tyrann Mathieu and didn't miss a beat. So that boy Mahomes, man, he's like I said, I watched a lot of them games and I was like, yo, this dude don't miss.
The 49ers traded Alex Smith to the Chiefs forever ago, right? Got a second round pick you've never heard of.
Right.
And Alex Smith taught Patrick Mahomes everything he knows. So it's like we shot ourselves in the foot. That's what I feel. That's what I felt when we went against the Chiefs. Like, damn it. Like, this is a chain reaction. Full circle. We let him off the hook. And he is who we thought he is. And they are who we thought they were. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, we got to close out the show.
We got to close out. All right. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Once again, this is January 10th of the year 2023. This is episode 25. Normal Guys Talk Sports. See y'all at episode 100. Okay, what are we talking? What are we saying? A shout out to all our sponsors, partners, everybody. Never Satisfied Studios, everybody here, the CEO, Double R, all the way on down, everybody on the roster, everybody. We got an NS meeting tonight. You better be there. If you think you're never satisfied, you better be at that meeting, or you might get put out the group chat. So, shout out to Never Satisfied, everybody here. Shout out to all our departments. We got the clothing line, Shop Never Satisfied, Quiz holding down the clothing line like no other. He's doing that. Shout out to Quiz, and Sensei and all the homies. And then shout out to what else we got up here? We got the music studio. So we got all the producers, all the artists. You know who you are. Who else?
The other shows on the network.
Other shows on the network. Tune in. Smoke Detector. Shit, I don't know. Timeout Podcast.
DJ
Kev, of course. You know, so shout out to everyone. We're giving you all your content entertainment needs here at the studio. That's that. Shout out to Bistro 808 International Cuisine, right around the corner from here. We typically have our events or sometimes birthdays over there. Just look up Bistro 808. Come in next time we have an event. Shout out to Calio's Tacos, best taco truck in all of Dallas Fort Worth. Callie's he gave me a hat. Oh, damn it, I was gonna put the hat on the show. He gave me a hat. It's sweaters on the way. I saw Callie within a week ago. So sweaters on the way. Best taco truck in all the land. yeah, what else? Like I said, he's been on TV. He's all kind of food events, all kind of events. He's done the right down the street, the Harley Davidson spot. They had car shows and stuff. He's doing some car shows right here. Shout out Calios Tacos. Everything is Both, the movie coming 2023, starring Jason Mitchell once again. You'll see me in it. Shout out to Dynasty, the movie starring Miss Linus and Little Flip, the rapper. I'm making a cameo there as well. Get this acting career going. It's been some 7-8 years, and we're ready to get this popping. That's why I moved it. I told respectfully. That's why I told Double R. I moved to Dallas to become an actor, and doggone it, I did it. So shout out to King Edward III on keeping up with his word and doing what he said he was going to do. And who else? Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Matt for doing the show, starting the show. Right. Who else?
I think that's about it.
That's about it. All right. So everybody have a great week. Enjoy the playoffs. And if you're trying to catch a playoff with me and Matt, we're not too hard to find. We'll make it exciting for you. If you want to put some money up, we can do that too. Shout out to everybody who tunes in. Like I said, you make this all worth it to all the fans at home.
And we need you on Sunday, Lamar.
No doubt. Shout out Lamar Jackson. So
Va con Dios. We out.